Okay, in previous videos, just to recap, we've said that the reverse overlap came from a convenient way to change from just an overlap grip, which you use for a full swing, just to transition into a putting style, which would be putting the finger on the outside, the target finger on the outside. From there, in the next video, we determined that putter grips were made to be held that way, with the thumbs lining down the top of the grip. Now, again, there was no science to this. We've come to that conclusion. There's no documented science to say there was a reason for holding the palm to palm, especially for putting. Full swing is different, but for putting, yes, we don't want the full range of mobility. Okay, we've determined now that regardless of the size of the grip, and this is what we want to have a look at now, regardless of the size of the grip, if you've got a flat thumb pad on top, okay, it's going to encourage the thumbs to sit on top, which means that your palms will be facing each other. Now, it doesn't matter whether it's fat, thin, pistol shaped, all right, as long as it's got the flat thumb pad on the top, it is the same theory, okay? It doesn't make any difference. So if I got your fat grip here and just decided to go, boom, you can see the thumbs are on top, you can see where the palms are, okay? It's going to be the same theory on the smaller grip, okay? Boom, same theory. Look, palms are facing one another. So having a fatter grip makes no difference. The common issue is that flat thumb pad, and it's designed that way for the very reason of lining the thumbs up. That's why it was there. Okay, we've now determined that that's an old theory, that it's outdated. It's not even any science to it. All right, it's just somebody's opinion of how we should be doing it, and that was over 100 years ago. We've got to spend time investigating this, and this is what we've done here at the BJM Kotahi Putter Grip Company. Right, what is it we're trying to do? So let's start with the end product. At the end of the day, we want to hold more putts. Now, to do that, we've got to have a particular ball roll. If we have a particular ball roll, then we can control pace. If we can control pace, we can choose and determine a line. All right, so if you can consistently make X stroke and the ball goes Y distance, you can then choose the A line. It's as simple as that. Okay, now there's a number of issues with holding the palms facing one another. Now, of course, in previous videos, we've made it very clear on what we know. Holding the palms face to face gives you the full range of mobility in the joints of the hands and arms, and these, especially these two ones, which are the biggest ones, and you need to learn to control that. Now, if you don't control it, if it's slightly out, you don't get the effective ball roll. Now, the effective ball roll is a ball that launches between 1 and 2 degrees and then rolls over immediately, and you need 6 main mechanics for that. So these 6 mechanics influence this ball roll. That is the product. Now, how are we going to determine this? How are we going to manufacture this and make this? All right, there's 6 things that you need to do. All right. 1 is that you need acceleration. You need to be accelerating as you hit the ball. 2, you need to be hitting the sweet spot, or the center of the club, sweet spot. Okay? You need a dynamic loft that's no less than 0 at the time of contact and no more than the static loft. Now, we'll talk about this a little bit later on. You need a face that stays perpendicular to the arc. Okay? If it's not, you're going to be changing the face angle, the ball will jump or chip, it'll go higher. And you need a rise angle that's more than the dynamic loft. So at the time of contact, if you've got 2 degrees, you need at least a 3 degrees rise angle, but not more than 4 degrees rise angle. Now, the 6th one is your equipment. Now, when we talk about equipment, we are talking about the putter grip, the shaft, the head. Now, there's such a huge disconnect. Putter equipment manufacturers, they manufacture things to look pretty. There's no reason for the reason they manufacture what they do. The grips are manufactured so you can put your thumbs on top, but that doesn't actually help determine or create this ball roll. The putter heads have got offset and onset and this many line angles and that many line angles and 0 degrees loft and 5 degrees loft. Goodness gracious. There's so many different things out there. Such a vast variety of different heads and shafts and lengths and theories. It's gone crazy. But if we keep working with mechanics, biomechanics, looking at the product that we're trying to create, which is that effective ball roll. Okay, you create an effective ball roll, you can control pace. You can control pace, you can choose line, you hold more putts. That's just the simple equation. Ball roll, pace, line, results in holding more putts. Okay, holding palms to palms makes it incredibly difficult. It's an old theory, an old opinion going back over 100 years. Okay, it's time to change. Let's determine our holding system based on the product that we're trying to create. Okay, here we go. If we turn the palms up, they'll antagonize each other. All right, that reduces the mobility in the joints of the hands and arms. It doesn't stop it. We can't stop it because we want a universal system. What I mean by universal is we want a putting system that's good for short, medium, and long putts. Okay, by having some mobility in there, it gives you the opportunity for the long and medium ones, and of course the reduced mobility gives you good strike on the short ones. All right, so if we turn the palms up, knowing that this reduces the mobility in the joints of the hands and arms, how does this influence those 5 mechanical influences on the ball roll? Well, you reduce the mobility in the joints of the hands and arms. Immediately, you keep the face perpendicular to the arc. Number 2, it creates thoracic rotation because you externally rotate at the shoulders. Thoracic rotation is your primary stage of acceleration. We know ball position's the main influence on the descent or ascent of the club, but if you're flapping your hands around, no matter where you place the ball. All right, so by reducing the mobility, it'll help centerness of contact and the rise angle. So now, here we are. We're now addressing the mechanical issues that, create the effective ball roll. We've also started on the equipment. If you're going to hold a club this way, let's manufacture a grip that's meant to be held this way. There you go. This grip is meant to be held this way. Okay, it's parallel, it's 14 inches long, it's wide enough so it fits into the base of your hand, so you don't roll the hand over trying to get the thumbs back up on top again. The last one is the putter head, and yes, we are manufacturing our own putter heads that are meant to be held with the palms up. So everything matches. Your equipment matches, the holding system matches, everything matches what it is we're trying to create, which is that effective ball roll. Effective ball roll, you'll be able to control the pace, easier to choose the line, we hold more putts. It's a simple equation. All right, now palm to palm holding system, the reverse overlap makes life difficult. If you want to hold it that way, you go right ahead, but it makes life difficult. Flat thumb pad on your putter makes life difficult. It'll influence the holding system so the palms face one another. It's time for change. Let's move forward. Let's use science. Let's deduct this in a smart manner. We're going to talk to you some more about this stuff. We got more to come. And look out for our putter heads. Our putter heads are designed to be held this way. Talk to you soon.